In all the time you guys have been watching me, I have never been as disconnected from the stream of information that I normally rely on to bring you guys good videos. Having said that, I still believe today's video will be as good a video as I've ever brung to you. As good a video as I've ever made. Stick in there. I'm Jared. This is RedRacer Video. I'm a former car vlogger and I'm an independent citizen journalist. I can do that because of your donations through Patreon, PayPal, and Venmo. 3 links down below the video. Guys, believe it or not, you are going to hear me say that very few times remaining because of RedRacerVideo.com. Our unmasked t-shirts are selling a lot, and I have been nothing but a t-shirt guy for the last few days. That's part of why I'm disconnected. But thank you to everyone who's made that possible. One more time, RedRacerVideo.com. If the shirts continue to do what they're doing, and we have a new design coming and hoodies coming, and if those things continue to do things like that, I'm no longer going to pitch to you guys, I need your help through donations. I will still leave down there to do that because people like doing it. There's a lot of people that love doing it. But I'm not going to pitch it anymore. So one last time, Patreon, PayPal, Venmo. Pretty soon, I don't think I'm going to need to pitch it. Thank you, everyone, for doing that. RedRacerVideo.com for our unmasked t-shirts. All right, today's video, I'm going to start off with something that it's a political thing, and then we're going to go a lot off of just some observations and some things that are really kind of all-encompassing, and they're going to become incredibly important for everyone going forward. So stick in there. All of the things we're going to cover in today's video will affect you going forward. First and foremost, I don't know what everybody out there's beliefs are. I don't know if you all believe in God, if you all believe in the Bible, if you all believe in another God, or if you're a Scientologist or whatever. But I'm going to still bring this up because it is crucial that a lot of people understand this. Our president brought up the fact, and I didn't know this until I saw that he brought it up, that they in the Democratic National Committee or Convention, I call it the Dumb Nincompoops Collection, they didn't use God in the Pledge of Allegiance. They decided to leave that out of the Pledge of Allegiance. And some people may think that's not a big deal. Again, some people may not believe in God. I'm not here to have that argument with you. Do you. Whatever makes you a good person and makes you good for your family and good for your loved ones and good to those around you, whatever that is, do you, right? This should still bother people. This should still be very alarming that they are trying to take God or whatever that figure is for people. They're trying to remove that. That they are trying to rewrite New World Order. They are trying to decimate the United States of America. They are trying to bring it to its knees. And their next move, this is again, not about what you believe, but this is about helping you understand what they're doing. And their next move is to attack Christians. Christians. Attack Christians. Who else are they attacking? The letter with a word after it. I'm not going to use it because I've got to be careful in these videos right now. Very careful. You know who they're going after. At the same time, they're going after Christians. Why are they doing that? I'll give you a couple of reasons, and we're going to get into that. And I forgot to cover this in my last video. So there's some people that mentioned this in the comments. I knew that. I'm sorry. Thank you. You guys are amazing. Thank you for calling me on it. I meant to do it. Stoner moment. Never got to it. But a couple of things that are happening. They're trying to remove God from the home. They're trying to remove people's ability or people's desire, people's will to stand in front of a camera on YouTube and say, I believe in God. I am a Christian. They are trying to scare people from doing that. They are trying to scare anyone from doing anything that still even relates anything to that. At the same time, there's stuff that they're trying to pass through the house to protect pedophiles. At the same time that all of these people are ignoring the fact that human trafficking and child trafficking is a huge problem. Why are they ignoring that? Again, pattern recognition is important here, folks. Start connecting the dots. They're ignoring it long enough for them to try and pass rules or laws that will protect these people, and then they'll acknowledge it once they can protect these people. It's sick. It's a battle of good versus evil. At the same time as they're removing God from the Pledge of Allegiance. Whether you like God or not, God is a big part of what made this country great. A lot of the people who founded this country, who worked their fingers to the bone, believed in God. The proverbial God, the literal God, the figurative God, whatever God you need to believe in, lots of people did and pledged allegiance to that flag. My kids do that still. I'm not going to apologize for that. I am not going to change that for anyone. I'm also not going to announce or denounce the group that I have come to very, very intimately follow. Not in a weird way, but I love these people. It's absolutely astounding to me, and I think a lot of you also in the comments from yesterday, or not yesterday, the day before his video, this was very apparent. The things that the TV and the news media and everyone is saying about us obviously don't align with who we really are. So the people that get frustrated by that, how can they say this? That they're such hypocrites. They're saying what they are. One, again, they're projecting. That's what they do. They're saying this because that's who they are. And two, they're getting ready, by mine and by a lot of people's estimations, to let false flag attacks loose in this country. They're going to go wear the letter that I was not going to talk about, shirts. They're going to wear MAGA hats. You might even see some people wearing an unmasked shirt. I would not be surprised at this point. And they're going to go and do Antifa and BLM stuff, but they're going to do it under the guise of us to try and make you guys believe that we're who they say we are, because nothing that we have said and done to this point lines up with what they're trying to say. So when you start thinking, well, why would they do this? How can they do this? They can't think we're this stupid. Well, one, they do. They think we are this stupid. And two, they're about to give us a reason. Just like before we go to wars. Iraq's bad, Iraq's bad, Iraq's bad. We hate these people, we hate these people. We didn't believe it, we didn't want to do it until they knocked down a couple of buildings, and then the country got behind it and remember 9/11, and now we were all revved up to go to war, right? Same thing. They're trying to rev you guys up to go to war against Christians and against people who follow the letter Q. It's a thing. These things are happening. These are as real as they can possibly be. As real as they can possibly be. I forgot something. One more quick commercial, guys. We have had our first commercial. I've been approached by some people that want to remove my reliance on YouTube monetization. So I'm not doing it yet. So I got to be careful. I still have to say things that YouTube kind of likes. So make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you leave a comment before you go. But today's video is brought to you by my niece, Kayla Aguilar. She makes these paintings off of pictures. At RedRacer Video on Instagram, there's a picture of me like 2 years ago next to my car. My niece, I didn't ask for this. Out of the kindness of her sweet little heart, she painted this for me off that picture. It is phenomenal. If you saw the picture, you'd be like, wow, that's good. She's going to start selling them. Look in the comments down. No, sorry, not look in the description because I don't have that up yet. But in the comments down below, tell me what you guys would pay for this. Me and my niece are doing a back and forth on what these are worth. I think they're worth way more than she's charging. What would you guys pay for a real on-canvas painting like this, based off of a picture? Anything you want painted. And obviously it would depend. So there's my commercial. Kaylee, you're amazing. Thank you. Diving back in, guys. There are some things happening. There are some scary times coming. I do believe there will be false flag events that happen in the name of Christians and QAnons, like I mentioned. Do not, don't, I talked in my last video again about this a little bit, but it's that even keel thing. Don't get completely spazzed out when something crazy happens. Did you see what happened? I'm not going to name names or anything, but I could totally see it being some of these people who recently have just like gone off the grid or gotten in trouble with the law or left the movement or just whatever. This is war. This is an insurgency. There's not another country just dropping bombs on us. It's not like that. They did it different. They planted people all over. Those people are going to do things. Stuff is going to pop off. There are scary times ahead. To everybody who sends me messages, man, things are scary. I'm really nervous. And I get all kinds of other messages. I know. I know. It is coming. But I'm sorry. Just because I don't, on this video, dwell on the negativity of all of what's going on, does not mean that I don't understand the gravity, okay? There's a lot that I know that I do not talk about on camera for numerous reasons. Again, one of which is that I need to stay monetized. I need to continue to have an income. RedRacerVideo.com, go buy one of my shirts. But I do want to keep YouTube happy. I do want to stay monetized. That is something now that is helping me in paying some bills. So I've got to be careful, but I know a lot more than I let on, guys. So no offense, but when I don't, make videos scheduled around your comments and whatnot, just trust that I'm doing what I believe to be the most positive thing for my audience. I pay attention to what you guys say. I may not go through and like every comment anymore and do all that, but I base this off of where is everybody at? Where is everyone's head at? Where's my head at? Really quickly, full disclosure, guys, last few minutes are going to kind of be about me, but I think you guys will relate to this because everybody says be vulnerable. I'm about to be really vulnerable. And I might end up deleting this video after I do this because I've made this video 3 times now. And each time I've gotten to this point, I've blown it out. So we'll see if this actually works. In my absence, in the time that I've spent selling these shirts and packing and delivering these shirts, man, I need somebody to help me. Holy crap. I have had a lot of mom time, I call it. I lost my mom and my dad a couple years back, 3 years back, 2 years back. My dad a year before that, so it was within a year. And I go through stages where everything's overwhelming, okay? We all have our issues. I tell you guys all the time, we all have our issues. I'm not just talking about you guys. I'm not. Lots of time I'm talking about myself, but I have been in my head a lot last couple of days. I needed to disconnect from videos. You know, when I once a week or every once in a while don't make videos for a day or 2 days sometimes, I need to check out. I've been doing mom stuff. I've been very emotional. I've been inside of my head a lot. I want people to know that the vast majority of the driver for videos on this channel is, and this is going to maybe sound corny and I might lose people over this, but I don't care. It's a spirituality thing for me, largely in part. The success of this channel has come about because I stopped worrying about what was cool and I started worrying about what I thought I was going to want to be remembered by if things got as bad as I was worried at the time that they might. I loved being a car YouTuber. I loved driving my Camaro. I loved going fast. I loved bringing my build to everybody. That was why I started this. That's why I'm here. If it wasn't for that Camaro, I would never have done this. I just wouldn't have broken through that barrier early enough to have the confidence to make these videos and do this. But when I was trying to be that guy, I couldn't. And I watched a lot of other people that did it, that they do really well. And man, some of those people are filthy, sneaking rich. But I one day just had a really real moment. And again, having in a mom moment, I had the realization that car stuff for me was kind of superficial and not who I really was. And I knew that at that point, my YouTube stuff wasn't adding up. I kind of gave up. And I know I've said this a few videos, maybe 20, 30 videos maybe ago now, but I gave up on this and I stopped making videos off of what I thought was going to be good or cool or get clicks. And I started making videos navigating it off of where I was at mentally, emotionally, and spiritually on a daily basis for the most part. Obviously, the vast majority of my videos are based off of political things and things along those lines right now because that's where I feel like they need to be. And to everyone that's like, man, how does this channel exist when there's no Donald Trump? I don't know. I'm going to keep doing me, though, and I'm going to keep talking about the things that I feel like need to be talked about. And if the channel keeps growing because of that, that'll be phenomenal. If the channel takes a dump because of that, that'll be what it's going to be. But so far, I've stopped worrying about the channel and its growth and all those things and just tried to make and do things based off of the message. That's why my shirts are a message and not just, hey, RedRacer video or just whatever it is. I want to thank everybody who made me comfortable enough to say that at the end of today's video. Thank you to everybody who has noticed that it's not bullcrap around here. It's not superficial. It's not maybe even sometimes stuff you guys want to hear. Maybe at the end of my video, I go 4 minutes of just nerdy, vulnerable Jared and his feelings. But we all need to navigate all of this situation right now off of our heart and our moral compass. At the end of the day, that's what it has to be. We can't relate. It can't even be off of our emotions. Notice I didn't say emotions. I said our heart and our moral compass. That does not mean our emotions. That does not mean somebody on TV makes me mad or somebody in my comment section goes off on me. And maybe sometimes, for what it's worth, once in a while, those people hit a chord. Some of those people really psychoanalyze you and watch a few of your videos and then they go in on you. And once in a while, that's a big part of why I don't read a lot of the comments sometimes. Once in a while, they hit a chord that's like, ooh, that guy got me or that lady got me. But we have to kind of disconnect and we just have to go off of where we're at. And you guys are going to have to do the same. There's going to be a lot of bad information that gets served up to you guys going forward. Be very careful who you follow, who you listen to, and who you trust. Do not let any one or two sources set you off on any given day. I've had many people call it, Dan Bongino, link in the description, he calls it the 24 or 48 hour rule. One of my really good friends I talked to about some financial stuff the other day went a step further and said he makes a lot of decisions based on the 72-hour rule. And I like that even better. So to all my listeners, this includes information you might get from Jared. Feel free to comment. I'm not saying, just like think I'm a liar for 3 days, but what I'm saying is before you really let something affect you or you make changes with any of this stuff, give stuff some time. Just back up a little, take a chill pill. Things are going to be okay. I disconnected for 3 days. I'm not going to lie, guys. Every envelope that I stuffed full of shirts, and there's been like 180 almost, I think I'm approaching like 190, 200 orders in the last few days. I have not even had time to check in. And the whole time I have been stressed out. I have been feeling like I was letting my entire audience, which is now 70,000 people. Thank you. That is amazing. I don't brag about my audience number. People have thanked me, and thank you guys for doing that. I know I need to celebrate the wins more, so that's kind of what I did there. Thank you. But I felt like I let 70,000 people down yesterday when I didn't make a video. And I feel on the days like when I'm not buried in this information, that I'm doing you guys a disservice. But hopefully you didn't see that. Hopefully today's video was a good thing and it was me stepping back and getting spiritually and mentally right, because I feel way better today than I did yesterday. Thank you everybody for letting me do that. Thank you to everyone at RedRacerVideo.com that is supporting me by buying the shirts. Links in the description to donate to the channel if you want to do that. Again, we won't talk about that for very much longer because the shirts are doing so well. Thank you, everybody. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, tell your friends, and I will see you on the next one. Jared Red Racer video. God bless America. Pledge allegiance to the flag and do not be afraid to say you still love God. I love you all. We'll see you.